Hello. Is anyone there? I know I'm a few minutes late. I haven't gone live in a while on YouTube and everything's a little bit different. So let me know. I know a few of you have said hi. Hi, Haley. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Mike. I love you guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me before I get into the magic. I also I've gone live on YouTube, but not in a long time, and it's totally different. So I need someone to confirm that this is working. I will assume it is. I will keep talking for a few moments. I this morning was editing and about to put up a video for today for the Equinox, and I just got this soul deep knowing that today I needed to go live and bring through the magic in real time for you and for all that are here to join me. Why is no one chatting with me? I need someone to confirm. Before I start doing the magic, someone let me know. I think there's maybe a delay too. But yeah, I used to go live weekly. Jerry says hi. Jerry, can you hear me? Giving you hears and smiles. Okay, amazing. Thank you, friends. We are here. We are live. We're doing this. I have been waiting for the day when it felt right and aligned to do this live again. I love being live in Zoom, and I love doing these daily videos, but being able to connect to you guys in real time is fun. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hearts. Hey, gorgeous. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Yay. We're live. There's been times in the past where I've come on live and it hasn't worked. There was one time I did an hour long. It was not recorded. I talked to myself. Thought it was weird no one showed up, but here we are. Okay, the chat's moving now. I think there's just a bit of a delay. All right. So, as I was just saying, I felt a deep call to be live with you guys. There's so much power, so much magic happening. And as I brought through a recorded transmission and channeling today, it just made me feel like I had to be live. So I might still share what I recorded this morning tomorrow or something, but this felt good to do. I wasn't even really paying that much attention to the fact that it was the equinox. Like energetically, I felt it, but there's a lot of other things going on cosmically and just in my life and in the activations and everything happening for me. And then last night I realized it was equinox today. It's also the beginning of Libra season, which is my season. I am Libra, as well as a lot of my chart is Libra. I very much feel a lot of power and magic in this season. So it's fun to start this now, as well as Venus has just gone into Scorpio, which is going to be very powerful for us all. And we are in this eclipse portal currently, with another eclipse coming with the Libra new moon on the first, second. So there's just a lot happening. And I wanted to bring through today. I'm going to bring through, I don't know how long it's going to go. I'm going to kind of just wing it and see what comes through. I might bring through my my singing bowl. It's for the heart chakra. I felt like having it beside me today, so anything is possible. Some of you know who did the eclipse portal ascension activation that I am now channeling light language, which has been wild. I've had a lot of activations in just the last few days from that. So that may come through. I don't know. But I do want to give just a little energy, not even an update. What the big word that's coming through that we all need right now. If you don't if you're new to me, I'm doing my best to just ignore the chat for a second because I squirrel so easily when I'm already channeling and hearing all the things. Reading the things can be hard. So I'll check back in, keep chatting in the chat, but I see it moving, but I'm not going to read it. Okay, so the biggest thing that's coming through right now and has been coming through for the last few days, so it makes so much sense that today's equinox. Like I just didn't put two and two together. September 22nd is also a very important day for me, and I'll share on why in a minute. But the big thing right now is calibration. It's been a word that is I'm feeling, that I've been channeling, that's been coming through in my sessions with people. And it's not recalibration, it's calibration. It's calibrating to here and now, to this timeline. I know if you're here, if you're connected to me, if you're finding this live, either live or the replay, then the reason is because you are here in the new earth. You are in the 5D and beyond. You are conscious, you're awake, you're aware, and we're all at separate parts or our own parts of this journey, but we are all one. So those of us that are here as a collective, those of us that are here connected, we are our ascension right now is being so accelerated. And the biggest challenge that I see people getting met with is this ascension and the upgrades and the activations and all the things that we're doing and the more and more we're awakening, but still having a hard time finding like our center, our balance point, feeling at peace, feeling calm because we're so tapped in and tuned in to higher frequency, to higher energy. And the more that you do this work, the more you're opening up. The more that you open up, the more access there is for light. And the more light that we bring in, the more we are going to be in higher levels of frequency and consciousness. There's going to be more light codes activated in us. And as I've been saying a lot and is coming through a lot, more than ever before now with this light language for me is that it really is it's beyond words. It is beyond words, which is then making so much sense as to why I can now I'm needing to bring through these 60 light code activations because I was running out of words for the power that I feel. And it's not just in me and in the collective when I tap into it, it's all of you that are connected to me. I can feel and see your heart and soul frequencies. This is something I've been able to do since I was 4. Now, over the last couple of years, I've really realized that that's what I do and that I've always been a channel. And I'm not going to go fully into my story in this, I don't think, but we'll see. Who knows? But right now, why this is coming through with the calibration part is that the more we are opening up to these activations, to the light, we can't go back, but we keep trying to. We keep trying to anchor and ground into old ways of being, old things we used to do, even if they were very high frequency and energy, like meditations and breath work and such. Not to say all of that doesn't still have power, but it's different now. It's different now. When you're here, actually like choosing to be conscious and choosing to anchor into the 5D and beyond, anchor into higher levels of consciousness, when you're wanting that, when you're doing that, when you're that's what your focus is on in whatever way, in whatever you've been focusing on, any heart-based conscious living you've been doing where you are really following the frequency and energy, you're doing things to be of service to yourself, to feel better, to upgrade, to ascend, any of that work, it's all working. I know if you're here and you're resonating with me, it's all working. But we need to start to anchor and calibrate into the frequency, the energy, and the reality, the timelines that we have ascended into. Because otherwise, we're going to keep feeling this exhaustion because we aren't going to feel safe and secure and at home in our old realities and our old timelines and our old ways of being. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't you it can be you can still be in the same house, you can be with the same partner, you can be in the same job. It's you. It's you. It is not about the outside world. It's you because you now, as has been coming through, is that we are our reality, right? Like we are life is happening as us. That's what came through. So as much as a lot of us are awake to the mirror principle and that it is all a mirror of how we are in here, now we have to really embody. That's this next level. That's what this equinox and this eclipse portal and all of the transits that are going to keep happening are doing for us is they are trying to awaken us Your highest self, the divine source is awakening you, bringing you the things you need to know, you need to see, you need to feel, you need to hear to see that life is happening as you. And it's about you finding the safety, the security, the peace, the clarity, the whatever you need within. And then you will feel good anywhere. So now it's cultivating and creating the ability to calibrate at any time to where we are, to the frequency we want to be in this moment, anchoring into our light. Now, we can still use all of the tools that I know so many of us have in our spiritual tool belt, whatever it is, breath work, yoga, running, hiking, talking to friends, whatever it is for you. It's all magic. It's all magic if it resonates now. If it resonated last week, last month, last year, it's not for you necessarily anymore. And most likely, even the things that you were doing before, they need an upgrade. Everything has been upgraded. You are not in the same life. So until you see and accept and realize that and allow that to be your truth and your belief, you're going to keep trying to do things the way you were doing them. And there's a lot of things that are serving you. There's a lot of things that are serving us. But once you get into this level of quantum manifestation, of quantum creation, of really living and being embodied and following the frequency and energy and allowing the divine source, God, to lead and guide you, the upgrades happen so fast. So it's just simply living and really cultivating and creating your connection to how you channel. We are all channels, and that does not mean that you need to sit on YouTube every day and bring through transmissions. Definitely can, but we are all here to be living, breathing channels of the divine in our own way through whatever we do, from how we cook dinner to how we cut the grass to how we dress. It is we are here now to live in ceremony with life. We don't need to go to the ceremony. The ceremonies are still powerful if they're aligned with you now, but life is a ceremony. Life is here for us to live and experience, and we don't need to have to go to a certain place at a certain time to feel the connection to the divine. It is here all the time. Yes, when I channel, it's very hard for me to not rhyme. There's one stream that comes through me and they everything is a rhyme. And I used to like try really hard to not rhyme because I felt like it sounded ridiculous, but it's just what happens. Um Anyways, so that's bringing me back now to where I started, where what this is today and why now I'm feeling even more why it needed to be live is that this is how I work. I am a channel, but I work in the now and I need to start coming live more. I'm seeing because like in this right now I'm getting the clarity that I need to be here live more because it's so in the now that we're living, and my greatest power and what I know I'm here for in this frequency and energy and level that I've ascended to recently is to be a mirror of how sovereign, how powerful, how limitless you are, to in any way show you that you in any moment can connect to whatever you need to receive from within. For those of you that aren't new here, I one of the strongest energies, frequencies I channel right now has come through as calling themselves zero, which is three very strong, very powerful streams of consciousness that is basically it's it's the point of nothing and everything, and we all have it without going on a whole thing about 0 point frequency. We all have it within us, and when we can find our place and our space of in the now, being able to just connect to that infinite, to the nothing, to the everything, to breathing and being in the now, and then living super consciously, which is in the now, finding that line where you can follow the frequency and energy, where you can trust in what is calling to you, that is beyond logic, that is beyond words, that is beyond needing explanation. And that's why I know light languages started to come through me, and I feel like it's starting to come through a lot of people a lot more because it's just the next logical as I say, it's not logical, it's just the next logical step, right? When there aren't strong enough words, of course, we're gonna go back to, as I've been bringing through for you guys, we gotta start learning the ABCs of frequency again. Well, obviously, then light language is going to be what needs to come through for a lot of us to feel the true, like, activations and energy. It's also, sound healing and listening to different frequencies. But to bring this back around again to the calibration, it's we need now more than ever in this equinox energy, in whenever you're finding this, we need harmony and we need balance, but it's calibration. And I really want to make it clear that we're not recalibrating. We aren't recalibrating anymore because I spent a lot of time doing recalibration sessions for people, helping them find their truth when they were first awakening. But I know now who I'm connected to and calling in. We are beyond that, and we need to calibrate to these higher frequencies, energies, and consciousnesses that we are now connected to, however that comes through for you. If it's dragons today and it's dolphins tomorrow, or whatever it is, it's in the now. What resonates? What feels right? What feels true? What do I need to do? Do I need to go to the ocean? Do I need to take a bath? What do you need in the now is how you're really going to feel the most safe and secure and at peace and at ease, because that is what our soul is wanting. One of the things that I know and speak to often is that our deepest core wound is abandoning ourselves. So if you really want to go through into this next level, an even higher level of ascension and co-creation with source, then it's time now for you to do everything that you can to show up for yourself, because that's what you're seeking and searching for. But you're seeking and searching for you to see you now. We've done a lot of um like inner child, all the inner child work is amplified and magnified and so much more fun when you live in the now, when you live super consciously, when you're living and having fun and doing what you want to do. Your inner child gets so much healing because that's all they've ever wanted. They've just wanted us to be here living and playing and feeling safe and secure within ourselves. We've all gone through so much and we know what to do. And once you get into the levels of 5D and 6D and beyond, to be in the 5D, there can't be any energy or frequency of shame, of blame, of guilt, of not enoughness, of unworthiness. And so that's another thing I see pulling a lot of people back, where they're doing things like this, listening to YouTubes or in ascension calls or in frequency mastery, just talking to my world. And then they're going back to their normal lives and lowering their frequency and going back into feeling like they need to prove and have understanding and know where something's going to take them before they can choose it. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I can promise you, you will keep feeling this exhaustion and confusion and not knowing where to go or feeling like you're lost. And as yesterday's video brought through, we are not lost. It's just that we are trying to be anywhere other than where we are. And we need to be here, divinely aligned, in present time, in the now, living. And then you start to see that this is where you've always been and where you've always needed to be and where you're needed to be now. Now, the next thing that's coming through, that came through right before, like within 10 minutes before I started this, I got this like very clear voice came through for me. It's one that's new for me. I'm not really even sure where it came from. And I heard that we, as in all of us, all of you here receiving this, do not need to prove that we are worthy. You are innately worthy just because you are you, just because you are here. We really need to start to see that. I mean, I have said this so many times. We have heard this so many times. I started to cry. There was something about the way that this hit, and I am going to go deeper into this. I know in when I do a little activation and calibration magic for you guys. But just right now, and I think as I need to too, Let's just breathe. Like, really, right now, breathe and feel into yourself in this moment, maybe placing your hands over your heart or your belly or wherever on your body feels good, eyes open or closed, but just fully, completely breathing, feeling into now. And I really want you to receive this. You are worthy just because you are you. We need to break all paradigms that tell us that in any way we have to prove our worthiness. It's ridiculous. We need all of us in our authenticity, in our power, in our light, no matter what role we've chosen to come here and play for the divine. That is what it is time for. It is time for us to live in the now, knowing that we are worthy of doing and being what we want to. That's it. Because we've spent enough time trying to prove that we're worthy of getting and receiving all the things that we want to. But now it's time for you to live aligned, to live in the now, and again, that's where I see a lot of people not following the frequency and energies because they're still feeling like they don't know enough, like they aren't worthy, they don't have the right people's approval, or they don't know where this thing's going to take them. And I can promise you guys that the magic lies in doing the things that make no sense, doing the things that excite, that ignite you, that bring you curiosity. I have my little dog here, if you can hear him walking around, pacing my room. Um, but the things that are really calling to us, it's time for that now more than ever before. And this equinox, because the equinoxes are they're the in between, right? They're a balancing point for us to come back to ourselves. And I don't want to say to reconnect, it's to connect. It's to calibrate. It's to align. We are not the same. We are not the same in the level and the frequency and energy that all of us have been shifting into. I really feel like that is the thing that is getting in our way the most, is that we keep realigning, reconnecting, recalibrating to our old selves, even if it was yourself yesterday. We're ascending so fast. It's so accelerated. And I know that that can feel overwhelming or exhausting or even confusing. But your ego is the one that's confused. Your soul is not confused. Your super consciousness that's leading and guiding you through the frequency is definitely through frequency is definitely not confused. And your soul is your direct line to that. And your soul is not confused. Your soul, when you're here in the now and you're tapping and tuning in and connecting into your 0 point frequency and receiving the guidance and the clarity, it's easy. It's not confusing. What gets confused is our mind, is our consciousness and our subconsciousness trying to figure out what to do with this new energy and frequency based in our old memories and history. And now we need to just let our ego do what it wants to do with that and not give it control anymore. We aren't going to shut it off, but it's seeing it. It's seeing it and allowing it and accepting it and knowing that that's just parts of you that don't want to die. It's patterns that don't want to die because their job is to keep you alive. But the more that you live as the new you in the now, living super consciously, allowing the now to lead you through frequency and energy, the more all parts of you start to get on board, start to see that it is safe. And beyond that, it's way more fun. It is so much more fun to just live life than to plan it. The plans will be made when they need to be made. Even today, I could have very easily just kept editing my video, but it felt way more fun to come on and be live. And there's been other days where I've tried to force being live and it just didn't work. We need to be in flow. We need to be in the now. That is how all of the power of magic happens. Okay. There was one more thing I wanted to bring through: the calibration, the worthiness, and what was the third? Oh, there's been a lot of expansion, right? Are you guys feeling me still? I know there's a lot of chat going on. I'm going to scan it in a minute, but have you been feeling a lot of expansion? A lot of expansion, a lot of activations, a lot of awareness, and maybe a lot like you don't fit in to your current circumstance, to your current space and place. I felt this morning when I was doing my morning like meditation and channeling session, I started to get all these visualizations of balloons. And I feel like a lot of us are like we're floating, we're ascending, we're getting higher and higher, but we're kind of feeling like we're these balloons that are about to pop because there's so much pressure from all the things that have been activating within us, but we're still trying to stay grounded. Like we've still got things tying us down, holding us into our old earth ways of being, into old versions of us. And we're getting higher and higher, and the pressure's rising. And we have this feeling, I have this feeling of like, I'm just going to pop. Now, that is why the calibration and the worthiness is so important, because you calibrating to here and now, knowing that you are worthy of being the expression of divinity that you're here to be. Now that we're here to breathe and be the light that we are going to pop. It's time to pop. It is time to let all that you have within out. It is time to let go of all of these walls and boundaries and beliefs and all of these things we've been doing to protect ourselves, to protect our hearts. And it's time to open up. It's time to open and expand and ascend and transcend. It's time to transcend the limitations. It's time to transcend the ways of being that are no longer aligned. And then once you feel that release. You can just untie the balloon if popping feels scary. I popped my balloon though, and I'm just letting all the energy, all the frequency do whatever it wants to. I'm just, after this light language came through the other day, like I can't, there's no more, there's no more control inside of me. And when I see my ego trying, I just allow it and I be with it and I see what it's trying to show me as to old patterns that are still wanting to hold on. But when you see it and you allow it and then you don't do what it's telling you to do and you go and do what you want to do, it gets so easy. It gets so easy. So that's what's coming through right now. I am going to just scan through. I don't know. There's a lot going on. This is really fun, guys. There's too much. um, should I release everything? I'm just gonna answer what pops out. I'm not even gonna like read into context of things, but what just came to my attention was from Big Gaz was should I release everything? Should you? Do you want to? I released everything, and when I for me, releasing everything is just releasing control, letting go of holding on, just being in the now, being in flow, trusting everything that we've been through, every trauma, all the drama, all the things that have happened to us, all the things we've learned, all the wins, all the losses, all the connections are all within us, and they will all show as they need to. But when we let go of control, when we release holding on to it, we give ourselves full power because we are never more powerful than here in the now, because this is all that exists. You cannot be more powerful 2 days ago than you are now. And you cannot be more powerful 2 days from now than you are now, because there's only ever now, right? So, right now, when we just let go and we allow life to happen and we stop resisting it and we trust in the unknown, we trust in the divine, and we trust in ourselves, in our hearts, in our souls, in our connection. When life happens, we will then get to see what we need to bring through. When we're trying to control and hold on and have all of these boundaries and walls and ways of being that we think we need to be, we are just limiting it, because how are we not? Because all of that is all going off of what you have experienced or what others have experienced and told you about, or what you saw on a TV show, or whatever it is, wherever it came from. If you really want to live limitlessly, if you want to live in flow and just allow the frequency and energy to guide you, then you have to expect that it's going to be so much better than you could ever comprehend, because your consciousness can only comprehend from the memories and histories that it has memories and the history that it has, or what's right in front of it, right? We're always just seeing what's in front of us, unless we're in our imagination. And then for so many of us, when we're in our imagination, we're playing out the past, or we're worried about or trying to make things happen in the future. But right here and now, Our power lies in using our imagination to imagine the best, to tap in, to tune in, to connect, to visualize to how we want it to be and live it, to be in the frequency and energy that we feel innately free in. Because that's how we're all coded. We are all divinely designed. We have everything we need to live limitlessly. And when you actually start to experience that, it's pure magic because that's when your gifts start to come online more than you can take a certification to do. Not to say you won't need certain things to help enhance it, but you should never be questioning what you're doing. We're doing the things now that just feel right, that the frequency and energy is leading us to. And that will show us that makes life so easy. We don't have to question things anymore. And we are questioning things. It's just because we're in our ego and our ego needs to know and it needs to have clarity and it needs to have confirmation. And again, that's fine. It's totally fine. It served a lot of us for a really long time, but it is limiting it. And I'm here today in this equinox portal, in this eclipse season, at this beginning of Libra season to activate and awaken you to the fact that you are more powerful than all of that, that there is so much more here for you, and you're here to be even freer than you've ever been before, and to really see yourself come online, see your gifts, see your magic. Your frequency is the greatest boundary. It's the only boundary that you need. The more that you're in your frequency and allowing that to rise, nothing can come at you that isn't in alignment. So that's when then we feel challenged by the outside world because it's having a hard time meeting us. And that's where a lot of us then lower our frequency because we've done it our whole lives because we've been so awake and conscious, whether you've known it or not. You've been awake, you've been conscious, you've been sensitive, you've felt others, and we've trained ourselves that it's easier to be the one that lowers our frequency. It's easier for us to calibrate to other people's needs, to do and be as we should be for others to feel better or to accept us because we've had that ability to whatever level you do that. And that served us, that's gotten us here. But now in this new earth, now in these new levels of frequency and energy and consciousness that are accessible to all of us, we're just hurting ourselves and everyone else. Because I know that every single one of you is a pure divine being of light and love that is here to be your own channel of the divine, doing what you love doing. That's it. You do what you love doing. You do what feels good to you. And you being of service to you is how you will be of the highest service to the rest of us. And we need all of us in our power, all of us in our light, all of us in our magic, all of the time. And you can be all of the time, all of the time. I'm not saying that life things aren't going to happen, but when you're in your light and you're in your power and you're in your magic, it's a whole it's a whole different experience. And until you're experiencing it, I get that that can be hard to understand, but it's the little steps now. This is why my business is called Divinely Aligned because this was the most powerful thing that channeled through me like a year ago was to just take one divinely aligned step at a time. Makes me a little bit emotional. But it was that. It was just like I'm a visionary. I can see a lot of possibilities and I just want to do them all and I'm pretty sure I'm not alone in that. And I can see what everyone else needs and it's overwhelming and I then hear a lot of things that people need and I know I can do them and it gets overwhelming. And I feel you in that and I feel the overwhelm right now. So for all of us, for all of you that are feeling the overwhelm, that you felt the sensitivity, the connection, that you feel the awareness. It's a lot. I get it. I feel it. I feel you. And I know you guys feel me too. And I can tell you that now what we need is you taking care of yourself, you loving yourself, you being who you need you to be. That's how you'll be of the greatest service. It's time for you to stop lowering your frequency to help and support everyone else. Everyone else. And a lot of it's gonna look the same. I was doing all of this stuff a year ago, definitely 5 years ago, a lot more for completely for other people, using all of my gifts and abilities. but I wasn't a pure channel because I was so insecure. So the energy, the frequency was not able to easily flow through me because I had so many walls and boundaries and fears and it was blocking it and then it was limiting it. So I one thing I can promise you, this is coming through for someone, everyone, this is coming through strong, is that you can handle your own power. Like, I'm feeling that a lot right now. Is it's true, though. I'm just gonna go with what's coming through. I'm just gonna close my eyes. There's a really, really strong message coming through. You can close your eyes if you want to. You can handle your own power, your light, your magic, your gifts. You would not have them if they were not meant for you. But it's time for you to use them for yourself. You need to allow yourself to be here, to feel the frequency and energy, to feel your light, to feel your love, to feel your power. You in your power is peace. It is easy. It is calm. You in your sacred frequency, you living super consciously, you being the channel that you are here to be of divinity, of source is natural. It's innate. It's easy. It's safe. And through living and being and experiencing and expressing it, you will see how much more you have within you to share. And then the more rewarded and supported and compensated you are, you can handle your power. And when you feel and see and receive and allow your power, your frequency, your magic, you will be magnetic to everything and everyone that isn't aligned with that. And anything that isn't aligned will just simply not even notice. They will move on, they will pass you by. But the more that you are the light that you are, you will magnetize everyone, everything that you need. But that comes from seeing that at the deepest core truth of you, all you need is you. This you, the you that has always been you, that will always be you. Call it soul, call it light, call it your divinity. But the you that's been there from when you can think to being in grade 1 to grade 12 to 29 to whatever, the part of you that has always been there through it all, no matter what role you've played, no matter what games you've played, the you that has always been there, observing, guiding, leading you here. And now it's time for you to be free. But you have to see your truth, your light, your power, your divinity. If you can, bringing one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And just breathing. Breathing and receiving your presence, your breath. Allowing this magic to move through you, to clear, to cleanse, to calibrate you to your truth, to your light, to your divinity. Ha katakaya yalahai ho akataya layanai akana ha hakai ho hayai anatataya layokai akatakai hanahai ho alai Ahoy, hazaha, katakai, o katai, ha hala, ho lahai, ah ha, akatai, ho katakai tai, tata, just breathing and feeling in to your heart. Your heart has a song, has frequency, has energy. It is dying to share, and you are ready to hear it. You are ready to hear it. So just breathe and feel into your heart and receive what is there, what is coming through. Placing your hands over your heart, breathing into your heart. Just really breathing in, no matter what you're doing. If you're driving, if you're cooking, if you're sitting, if you're standing, whatever you're doing, breathe into your heart. What truth is here? What is it time for you to do, to be, to connect to? What frequency are you ready to receive? Just continuing to breathe and be with your heart. Breathing even deeper into your heart. On the exhales, releasing out of your mouth. If you want to shake, if you want to dance, if you want to cry, if you want to scream, if you want to hold yourself, just feeling into your being now. You are free. You are ready to live as limitlessly as you possibly can, which is infinite. You are here now in a level of ascension where you are ready to transcend the limitations, the lies, the beliefs, anything telling you you're unworthy. You are free. You need nothing and no one to validate you. It is time for you to express yourself. It is time for you to see yourself. And the funnest part is that is going to change every day. That is the level that you are now awakening and activating, is a level where every day you are living embodied in your power, in your light, in your truth, and allowing the now to expand you, to transcend you beyond, so that you can live as the expression of divinity, of light, of love, that you are here to be. You have everything you need within you. You are divinely designed. Everything that is meant for you will show up right on time before you know you need it. Trust in that. Believe in that. It is time for you to move beyond. That is the final theme we want to bring through right now for you, It's that it is time for you to move beyond. Even if you want to just create that little mantra, that it's time now to move beyond and repeat it in your head, in your heart, as you see life bumping into you. Move beyond the limitations, even the things that have been serving you are holding you back. There is so much more here for you. We see you all. We are here for you all. And we know that you're ready. You are ready to live in the now more than you even have been, more than ever before. Your beliefs and your worthiness are all that can stop and block and limit you. To find your power, find your truth. You're the only one that can do it. You have to follow what resonates, what feels right, what connects, what activates you. You are more powerful than you've ever been because your awareness, your consciousness is what turns energy into form, into your reality. So just the fact that you are here receiving this magic today is all the proof that you need that you are here to live super consciously, being the master of your frequency, of your reality, being whatever identity you feel like being in that moment, whoever, however, whatever you want to show up as. You are beyond words. You are beyond words. You are beyond labels. You're beyond explanation. And so is what you're here to do. So just do it. Have fun with it. You are free. It is time for you to live even more limitlessly. Bringing your awareness back to your breath, your hands to your heart if they aren't. Breathing back into your heart. And just repeating after us, even either in your head or out loud. I am worthy. I am free to be whatever, whenever, wherever, however I want to be. It is time for me to have fun. I know I have done all of the work that I needed to do to be who I am right here and now, ready for the next level, ready to move beyond every day, beyond the limitations, beyond the lack, beyond the unworthiness, into more and more expansion, expression, and experience of the divinity that I am. I am free, and I choose to be who I want to be in every now moment. I expect to receive all of the unexpected miracles I need to live a life beyond my wildest dreams. And bringing a smile to your face, bringing your hands and pressing them together at your heart if you want to. Blinking your gaze open to your fingertips. Namaste. So all the things came through there, friends. I'm buzzing from head to toe. Everything is shaking. I could feel myself resisting all of that, but here we are. So thank you for creating, holding space for the magic. Just feel and be with whatever you're feeling. A lot just happened. A lot just happened to calibrate you into your highest timeline, into the highest frequency possible right now. And the next moment you can move higher if you want to. There is there is only ever higher and wider. There's only ever expansion and ascension. And you can stay where you are as long as you want to. But the more that you keep allowing yourself to go back into those lower levels, it's not that the work isn't working. It's not that you don't have the access to this magic and to the higher levels. It's just that it's exhausting. It's just that it's why your nervous system doesn't feel calm or why you're still experiencing any anxiety or depression or fear or insecurities is just because you're not calibrating to the now. You're calibrating to recalibrating to the then. And a lot of us do. I did it for years, recalibrating to when I felt my best. But that's taking away all the things that happen between then and now in our frequency. It doesn't take it away, but it just creates a lot of chaos for our nervous system. So when we're here now, breathing and being in present and trusting in what the now moment is showing us, life gets a lot easier, a lot easier. So I'm feeling a lot. I don't really know everything that you guys experienced. I know everything that I experienced and saw and felt. And I felt a lot of excitement from a lot of higher selves and just a lot of activation of new knowings. Now, that is what's happening within this whole timeline, that if you're here connecting and resonating with me, then you are in a very high timeline within your reality where you are connecting to heart-based consciousness, to 5D consciousness, to 6D consciousness and beyond that is coming through. But you are still a human being living physically in a 3D world. So that is where now your job, the only job that you have now, I mean, all your other 3D jobs are fine. Do what you want to do. Do what you feel you need to do, but do it because you get to. Do it because you choose to. Bring the light there, the light that is you, the truth that is you, the divinity that is you, the power that is you, because that is how I'm here. You could not have told me a week ago that I would, even though I've had this bowl and used it a lot, I was nowhere near ready to. That's the first time I've played it into a mic. So I don't even know how that sounded. I haven't even recorded it. That's the first time that's happened. And that's the first time that I have done light language publicly like this. Yes, it's in the Ascension session, but just like this, where anyone can receive it. And a week ago, there's a very slim chance you could have convinced me that that's where I would be today. But this is what happens when we let go. Because if you're wanting new levels of magic, you want more power, more knowing, more awakening, then you have to be open to it coming through in ways that it hasn't before, in ways that you didn't know you could do, because your humanness will limit it. My human kept trying to do things the way I've done them. Even though I was letting go and showing up here doing things daily, I knew there were more levels. I knew I was resisting something. And so I asked to be shown what that was, and I was shown. So be careful what you wish for, friends. Should have probably started this call with that. So a lot has come through. I feel like there's a lot of activation, a lot of awakening. I am going to go to the bottom of this chat in a moment. So if anyone has any questions or anything now, I will read through all of this later. But right now, there's a lot. And thank you all. Thank you all. I love nothing more than seeing a chat going. Maybe you guys, should I start coming live every Sunday? I'm not going to do live daily. Maybe I'll start doing some pop-up ones, but maybe I should come live on Sundays because this is really fun for me. I'm really hot when I channel. It's like I turn into an oven. So let's do that. For the next while, I will come. I'm getting some yeses. All right. Sundays at 1, I will as long as it's aligned, I will feels aligned now, Sundays at 1, I will come live for you all, and we will have some fun. I will never know what's gonna come through because that's how more magic will happen, and if last minute I feel called to grab a singing bowl, then I will. What else wants to come through to tell you? So, welcome to Libra season. Welcome to this equinox. I would encourage you to do your best today, like as soon as possible after that magic, to ground into Mother Nature. Do anything wherever I know that for some of us it is autumn, fall, equinox, and for some of us it is spring, depending where in the world you are, which is just really fun. So whatever you're feeling right now in your life needs more harmony, more balance. Wherever you felt things, oh, this is good. This is good. This is actually, I thought, going to come through at the beginning. So, wherever you're feeling in your life out of balance, you need to calibrate to now. Anywhere in your life, if it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's anything that just really feels out of balance, you need to calibrate to who you need to be in that role in your life. Because I'm not going to pretend that we aren't human, having human things to do, but you can be a 5D being. You can be a heart awakened, heart conscious being. You can be the light. You can be a channel of divinity working a 9 to 5 job if you want to, if it serves you, even if you don't love it right now, but it's aligned and it's giving you security so you can have fun in other ways, then just bring the light there. Bring your truth there. Calibrate to who you want to be in that role now, to what serves you. Stop worrying about changing the outside things. It's in here. It's calibrating, it's connecting, it's showing up as how you want to be in anything and everything that you're doing in the now, and then the things around you will shape to you. I promise you. And if you don't know how to get out of a job you don't like, it's because you're not supposed to figure it out right now. You're supposed to show up as the new you, and maybe you'll get a promotion. Maybe you'll have a connection and you'll get an offer. Maybe you just giving up on trying to figure out how to not do this job you don't want to do will then bring through an idea that makes you millions of dollars. Who knows? Literally everything is possible. Everything and anything is possible. And that's why tapping and tuning and connecting to our 0 point is the most powerful thing we can do. And from there, following our super conscious mind, because that is how we live limitlessly and how we connect into the quantum field, how we see that everything really is available to us. But I get that there's a calibration time where you're having to upgrade your system. And so, again, to be a broken record, calibrate to now, what you need now, what you need after this activation, after this ascension. What do you need every day? What do you need today? You are not the same, and you're not meant to be the same, and your reality is not meant to be the same. I don't think that anyone here with me is wanting to live a mundane life where you're the same identity living the same reality on repeat, but a lot of us are. And the reason is because you keep recalibrating, you keep reconnecting, you keep lowering your frequency into those ways of being. It's not about the people, it's not about the jobs, it's not about your home or your lack of anything or your abundance of anything. It's you. It's you. It's your frequency. It's your perspective. It's your paradigm. It's your decisions. It's your choices. So we shift our thoughts to seeing that we are limitless beings, and we start to make the decisions that are aligned with that. And then we start to see our beliefs start to change. So do the things like this that open you up to the world of limitless possibilities where anything can happen, and just see what comes through. And it's trusting in your resonance and your imagination, in your imagination, and what anything and everything means to you, and stopping needing so much validation from the outside world, because then what happens is all of a sudden now you're here doing this live on YouTube. And I used to come live on YouTube like a year ago, and I would have like 2 people here with me. And currently it says there's 75 of you. So that's very fun for me and making me want to do this more, because I love being live with people, even though I can't see your faces. I can feel you now rather than just talking to my recording app. I actually feel like there's people here. I also can't edit any of this because you guys are all watching me, so I can't take out. If I had done the light language and all of that in a recording, I can almost guarantee that my humanness would have probably can't cut it out. So thank you guys for being my accountability buddies. What else wants to come through? Yeah, the next few weeks leading up to the Libra new moon and the end of this moon cycle and more into Libra season and all of the magic that is coming over these next few months as we end this year. I the most powerful thing I can tell you is to just be here now. It's to cultivate and create your connection to your superconscious mind, to the divine. So, in saying that, I'll share a little bit more if you guys are still wanting to talk to me, of things that I'm doing and that are coming through, and why the 22nd is so important. Some of you might know, but a year ago today was when I started and did my first, just out of nowhere, I got the calling to commit to doing something for myself for 111 days. I had an awakening that I knew that the missing piece was me actually showing myself that I would show up for myself. So I felt deeply called to get on my yoga mat every day for 111 days. I didn't know how much healing I needed to do. I used to have a yoga studio and I had a lot of pain and trauma and things from closing it in COVID and just a lot of things that I didn't know that literally just getting on my mat every day was what needed to happen, but it's what needed to happen. And I did it and it changed my life. I have got 111 tattooed on my arm a couple weeks ago. And then since then, I did 100. Then my next challenge after that, I did 111 days of posting YouTube daily. Now I'm at day, I think today might be day 188, I believe. So that's really cool. And so there's power in consistency, but it's next level. It's high frequency consistency. It's the things that your soul needs that now are what you need to do. And the reason for that is because that's how we reprogram truly our subconscious mind. Is one thing to do an activation and there's a lot of us that can do a lot of magic, subconscious reprogrammings and recoding and all of that, and you'll feel shifts, but your unconscious programming, your subconscious mind works in from repetition, from habit. So we need to start because we're habitual beings. Human beings are habitual beings, and that's how we're designed to be. So now we need to start to create new habitual ways of being that are aligned with our divinity, with how we want to be, with how we want to show up. And all of us are craving. I know every single one of us is craving ourselves, is craving spending time with ourselves, wanting to be with ourselves, loving ourselves, but not just the I love myself and can say it way, that I'm showing up for myself every day, making myself non-negotiable. And so that's why that challenge was so important to me. And now to be here a year later doing this with like literally just having this realization that a year ago when I had like got on my mat, if you like there's no way that I saw this. This is how like it really does get to be better than our wildest dreams. It really does. This is not where I would have thought I would be, and it's so much better. And I had big dreams. And a lot of them have come true, but better. Then again, I knew. All of our dreams are always just clues guiding us from our superconscious mind, from the divine, leading us, but they're nowhere near as good as it gets to be. Nowhere near. But you have to do it. You are the missing piece. I can keep telling you every day, and I can keep doing this, and I will, but you all have to start to play with me in the 5D and in the new earth. So, that being said, I encourage you today to follow my lead and to maybe commit to doing something every day for 111 days for you, solely for you right now. What is your soul calling you to do just for you? What do you need to make non-negotiable for you for the next 111 days? I dare you to commit to it. First step. And the fun fact is if you start today, and I didn't know this when I did my first one, but if you start today, your 111th day will be on January 1st or January 11th. So 111. Fun fact. I did not know that when I did this. It was just a random activation I had, and I followed through on what my soul wanted me to do. And so I encourage you to do that. Next, I want to tell you, and I was going to release it today, but honestly, I was pressuring it and I was also limiting it. So I've been promising for a while something, a membership, a course, something to go next level from frequency mastery, which is available for anyone who wants it because that was a life-changing journey of 33 days for a lot of us. But, um, I'm starting to get distracted by the chat. I'm gonna block you guys out. Anyways, so what I wanna share with you, I do not have a link, but maybe when you're seeing this, if there's a replay or when in the replay, in the next, like, hopefully 24 hours, I'll have a link for my next creation, which I thought was gonna be released for today, but it's not because it needed to be so much better than what I was originally doing. I'm doing 111 days of super conscious mastery. We are gonna start on my birthday because that's what I want to do for my birthday, which is October 19th. We will be starting. There's 3 levels to it, and it is 111 days of myself, 0, which is the source consciousness that I channel, and then everything else that I channel, and all of your higher selves will be bringing through all of the magic to help you live as you're designed to live super consciously and know how you channel, be able to connect to your channel however you're meant to. I have so much magic to give you, but more powerful than that is Source has so much more to channel through me for you. So, what has come through that they want me to do is every day for 111 days, you will wake up to an activation from source from 0 to activate you to a whole new frequency and level that day and connect you to the divine, to source, to angels, to guides, to however you see it, whatever resonates for you. It'll most likely shift and evolve and change a lot the more you just let go. And then there will be prompts to help us open our our channel. So whether you're scripting through writing, whether you're verbally channeling, whether it's movement, there's going to be so much magic over the 111 days. I don't want to say much more than that. I've seen a lot of what's going to come through, but I don't want to limit it. And so the first level, you will have that. You will have access to our community portal. So everyone that's in the journey with you, you will be all in a special group, as well as a weekly miracle meditation. My miracle meditations that I bring through are literal miracle meditations. They will bring you so much magic. So that will happen. Then the next level, well, so that first level is there to ignite. It's there to ignite your superconscious mind, to turn you on. It's there to turn you on to your power. And then if you want to take it to the next level and really expand your consciousness, expand your super consciousness, expand your power, your magic, your light, you'll get all that. You'll also get a weekly yoga nidra to really yoga nidra sleeping. So you just lie there, sleeping yoga, you lie there and receive, and everything calibrates. But then there's a weekly class channeled from source from 0 fully with Q&A to expand on that week's whatever is going on, and then a class for me to integrate and take everything from that to the next level. I feel like there's more in that level. Anyways, the details will be below eventually, but I'm just going to share the last level. So the last level is to transcend all of your limitations, even the ones that are happening through your ascension. And so this is a mastermind level where there'll be bi-weekly calls for those that really want to go deep into the 16 to 17 to high levels of consciousness, really into the magic. It'll be me, it'll be source, it'll be you guys bringing through your magic. Like, this is going to be very elite calls of, I don't know how many hours they will need to be for the magic that I know I can hold space for and ignite. And that will be expanded through the rest of the journey, as well as everyone who does the transcend level will get 3 one-on-one sessions with me through the 111-day journey, and a daily that the Transcend group also gets a daily 60 light code activation through light language that I have been told I will be bringing through codes to activate your codes that are here to show you even more of your power and magic. So that's what I'm literally the most excited for of the whole thing. That yeah, very much excites my soul. So I think that's mostly it. There's probably more than that. The details, the fine print, all the things are coming soon. Just it's a lot to create the portal for it all. So instead of rushing it to have it ready for today, I'm letting it be what it needs to be. It'll be available soon. There's payment plans and all the things, and the first level is $111, and you can do payment plans. $111 for 111 days. That's $1 a day for magic, for deep connection to your super consciousness. And then I'm going to stop sharing on it now. But I needed to bring that through and let you know because I'm so excited. And I know there's already a few of you from private groups that are in this with me. And that alone just excites me. My birthday now is so much more exciting. It will be my 42nd birthday. And it just feels, I mean, I know 42 isn't some like wild number, but it just feels like the right thing to do. So I hope that you join us. And it also, you will be able to join it anytime you want to, but doing it live with us, that is when it will start. What else? You guys can let me know if you're 42 is the meaning of life. You were right, Christopher. You were right. There we go. That's why it's coming through for my 42nd birthday. I'm sure there's way more meaning to it too. It just felt like the right thing. I tried to do it the new moon, but this is right. I will also be doing a new moon ascension session, so stay tuned for that. And I will be back here live next Sunday. And if you're new here, I also post daily videos that I know we're going to start. They're just going to keep shifting and changing and all of the things, but thank you. I'm gonna scroll the chat a little bit here and just see what else what pops up because there's a lot. So I'm gonna scroll to the top and just see what jumps out at me. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Awake, see the awake. Big Gaz, I keep noticing your messages for some reason. Oh, we've been live streaming for an hour and 11 minutes, guys. That's fun. It's a sign. It's a sign that you're meant to do 111 days of superconscious mastery with me. That's what I'm going to tell you. What else wants to pop out? Tony said, "Hi, Courtney. More light language came through for you." It's like pouring out of me. I can't stop. um, Hey, Courtney, you are a light every day and in every video. Your happiness seems genuine and real, and that's why I pay attention to you so closely. Thank you. I can tell you it's 100% genuine. Like, I literally downplay my happiness. That might sound crazy, but I felt my whole life like I was supposed to. I do my best not to now, but it's very genuine. It's very real. Sunday lives would be fun. Um, Thank you. What is the best way or practice to connect to our own guides or beings in light on the deepest level? So, not to sell you on super conscious or on 111 days of super conscious mastery, but that is why it came through, because I know that that's the thing that I want to give the world the most is I want to empower all of you to be the sovereign self-led souls that you're here to be. Well, we also all do it in community. This is the missing piece that I had was missing for so long because I had a lot of deep healing to do. But now having community from doing frequency mastery, it's it's community, it's seeing that we aren't alone. I think that's a big part of it, but beyond that, it's showing up in the now and following the frequency and energy, being here now. Yes, meditations and activations and visualizations are all great, but you've got to start to trust and live it because our superconscious mind, which is the part of you that conceives and knows it all, so it's also your highest mind, your highest self, the divine, the quantum field, however you see it. There's lots of different ways to see it, but when we're connected to higher consciousness, it comes through in frequency and energy. And the divine higher consciousness will be giving us what we need to move from where we are now. So it's one thing when we're doing all the work to know what we want, but if we keep making the same choices and the same behaviors and actions, then that's what they're going to keep giving us is they're going to keep giving us the things showing us where we're not free. They're going to keep giving us alignments and other people that are creating maybe jealousy or envy or anything in us. Like we're always being shown where we need to go and where we need to let go. But until we let go and until we go where we want to go, we can't receive more. So as much as it's doing meditations and connecting to the now and really getting into it's getting into your hearts. Your heart is the key. Like our heart, I really feel is, and I channel that it's our quantum compass. It's leading, it's guiding us through resonance. But we have so many walls and so many boundaries and so many fears, and so many of them are programmed in us from lifetimes ago and from ancestral lines and wounds and things. So the only way that I truly feel now we heal and move beyond, like truly quantum heal, is in the now, making the choices from the level that you are at now. That's why calibrating to the frequency you want to be in, choosing where you want to be now, what you want to do now is how you quantum heal all of the things that are stopping you. Is just when life presents to you what it's meant to, you be the new you. Because that's when you'll start to trust in the now. And to me and for me, that and when I work with people, that's what I see is that we can kind of get in a space of limitation when we're doing all of the magic work to connect. But it's living it then. That's when you take it to the next level, and that's when you start to live it and take the behaviors so that the divine sees that you're following through for you, then when you go into meditation or you do anything, breath work, whatever resonates for you. I don't think that there's any one modality or any one way. I'm trained in like 70 some odd modalities and ways of teaching and leading and guiding and healing and all the things. If I actually add it all up, it's crazy. But at the end of the day, I can tell you it's living, it's being, it's trusting in the now, using all of these tools as they call you. So I'd say whatever is calling to you, but then the real trick is in living it in the now, is in living as you feel called to, right here, right now, as you're being. So hopefully that helps. See whatever there's a lot going on here. What else wants to? Um mm, mm, mm. What else wants to come true? Meditation has been super strong for me, being in nature, solitude, eating organic fruits and vegetables. Yeah. And that's what I was saying for like connect to nature in some way today, like connect ground in this equinox energy and frequent equinox. I don't know. I actually keep saying both of them. I don't know which. Oh, guys, it's 222 on the 22nd. Um, all the alignment numbers. So, yeah, that's thank you for bringing that up. I don't even know. Niv? Niv? Um, that's I'm gonna end with this. I'm gonna oh, I see I'm full organic. So I was vegan for 18 years. I pretty much solely eat plant-based, because that's what my body loves. It's what it loves. It's how it thrives, and it's the food that I love. So that's how I eat. I eat now how my body wants to eat. I for a while ate fish and eggs, and I don't anymore. Can't say won't ever, but I don't think I will. I feel really good living on plants and sunshine. That's what I feel good on. This gives me life, and that's like very, very normal for 5D beings. The original 5D beings that were here originally, they lived on light. Not saying I'm not gonna eat food. I definitely eat food, but I eat the food that nourishes me, and I feel like everyone should do that. I also do think that there are people that need meat. I just think that everyone needs to make the right choices, but what I do wanna say to this is that from what you eat to how you sleep, to where you sleep, to how you move your body, to the anything and everything in your life, now what I'm feeling called to end this with is that's what we're trying to bring through. All of it needs calibration to your frequency now. So, certain ways you're eating, certain activities you're choosing, certain movements you're doing with your body just might not be aligned anymore for who and how you are now. So, as we've just gone through this activation and this calibration into higher levels of consciousness and frequency, see what comes through. See where you're not really aligned anymore. See where things don't feel as nourishing to you, whether it's food or conversations or whatever. You are the only one that can know. You are the only one that can know. And I encourage you to anything now that you are going to for knowledge, for wisdom, make sure that it resonates. Make sure that it resonates. So even me, if I'm not resonating for you, if it's triggering or activating or challenging you in a way you don't feel good about, then don't listen to me and don't listen to anyone else that doesn't align with you. There is so much knowledge in this world now. So much knowledge. There's an abundance of ways we can receive, but you need to choose what it is for you and do what feels right for you. And that is what I'm feeling called to say. But again, make sure that you today, whenever you're receiving this, connect to nature in some way. Stand outside without your shoes on in the dirt, walk in the trees, look out a window at the trees, whatever you can do to just in some way get yourself outside, get some fresh air, maybe close your eyes and just allow yourself to really be present in where you are, in who you are, and how you are now, because you are not the same and you're not supposed to be. And my true hope and intention with this today is that I have shifted you. I really hope that I have quantum shifted you, helped you. Couldn't have done it without you, that I've quantum shifted you into a higher level of consciousness and frequency, and you wouldn't shift and see more of your power and light if you weren't ready to. And to me is the thing coming through the loudest from this call today, other than the calibration, is that we are worthy and we don't need any proof of that beyond the fact that we are here, breathing and being. You are worthy of being you. It's the most worthy thing you are here to be. It's being you. It's the easiest thing for you to do. So enjoy it even more. And I know a lot of you are living this and loving it and enjoying it, but take it to the next level, because there's always more. There's always more. There's always more bliss, expansion, ascension, activation, all of it. Everyone sharing what they're eating: veggies, eggs, tuna poke bowl, sushi. I love sushi. I just eat veggie sushi now. It just feels right. My body didn't want fish right now. I love you too, Haley. Um, sees lots of negativity here. Okay. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know how there's possibly negativity here. No enemy, only friend. We're only friends here. She continues. Yeah, I don't stop. I don't stop. This is why I don't go live, because I have a really hard time turning myself off. I am always on. Okay. Well, yeah. I love you too, Mike and Haley and Paul and Tony, our frequency mastery Illuminati. Illuminati? I can't, I'm not even try. Okay. I only see mirrors. Me too. No, just love. Just love. Please continue. Luminous. Okay. Oh, now we've been on for 1 minute, 1 hour and 22 seconds, 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Alumni. There we go. Frequency Mastery alumni. Yes, there are a lot of the Frequency Mastery alumni on here. Speaking of Frequency Mastery, because we're still here, if anyone wants to join, you can still join. There's still a community going. The live creation of it is done, but there is 88 days of pure magic in that. So thank you. I loved making my last video. High vibe, super high. Yeah. This is how I get high, guys. This is how I get high. And the light language and the singing bowl, the crystal bowl definitely took me to the next level. So I am a vibe. I am definitely a vibe. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the love. Thank you all. Let me just finish with this. Thank you to all of you here on the live. Thank you to everyone that listens to the replay. I know a lot of you in the live, or a lot of you that are in my comments and here live or here with my videos daily. You guys give me life. You give me life. You help me see that there is a reason for me to show up and to share. And the only struggle that I have right now is in between creating and recording and editing and posting is just not having the time to connect with you all in the comments. So that is why I'm going to create this community where we can, those of you that really want to go deep into the magic, we can connect at a whole new level. But please keep showing up on YouTube. I will continue to show up there daily. And I love your comments. I do see and I do read them. And I do have full intention every day of going back and replying to all of them. But there's just there's just not enough time in the day. But thank you. I love you so much, like so much. It's the reason I am here showing up, and the reason I didn't give up is because I knew you all existed somewhere. And I'm happy to be here with you now. Um, why can't you believe my birthday is October 19th? Is that your birthday, Mike? I know you're a Libra. Your birthday isn't October 19th, is it? That would be wild if we're birthday twins. Um, every minute, every hour, we have power. You are right. Is that an R? I'm not sure. Um, yeah, such a magical day. Yours is October 18th? That's fun. Your first lover was October 19th. Well, there you go. That's fun. Isn't that fun? Um, okay. I don't know what that means for us, Mike. I'm sure in maybe in another lifetime, in another reality, we're lovers. I don't know. Anything's possible. The thief of your virginity. Oh, man. Okay. I know that everyone that's connected. I'm, like, sweaty, guys. This is maybe why I don't go live. Um, I don't sweat. Like, I can teach the sweatiest, like, wall dripping yoga class, and I don't get hot. I'm not human. And then I channel and I talk to you guys, and it's, like, real hot in here. Um, not saying that. Okay. We, um, I'm just reading messages now. Okay, let's end this, or we're just gonna sit here and chat all day. And thank you. Thank you all for showing up for me. Thank you for receiving this. Thank you for making it awkward at the end, Mike. um what else do I have to say? I think that's it. Just be the new you. I just activated you. Believe in yourself, be in yourself, and enjoy the fact that you have all just been turned on to a higher frequency and energy. And hopefully you join me for today's video, and hopefully you join me for super conscious mastery, because I can only imagine what it is going to be. I can't even. Yes. Very funny. Oh, if you want in on more of the fun with Mike, then you should join Frequency Mastery. He's a good time in our community. We refer to him as Magic Mike. I think now he's Uncle Magic Mike. Beyond the awkwardness that this just turned into, he's got a lot of wisdom and love for all souls, and everyone should experience the love that Mike pours through, making us making us laugh, right? Just making laughs, Courtney, with weird synchronicities and truths just for fun. Yeah, but it is your gift, Mike. You are so good at it. You are so good at it. And this world needs more from you. From all of you, it needs more of all of us in our authenticity and in our joy and in our bliss and in our happiness. So that's where I'm going to leave this. Thank you again, once again. And let's end this stream. I don't want to say goodbye. So I will see you tomorrow's video. And I will be live here next week, 1 p.m. I promise you. Love you.